Hello everybody, my name is Anthony Smith, and welcome back to Work Talk Wednesday. Whenever you're working from home, in the office, or balancing school and side hustles, today we're tackling one of the toughest challenges we all face. Staying focused when distractions are everywhere. So grab your coffee, your notebook, or that to-do list you've been avoiding, and let's dive right in. Let's be honest. Focus is a rare currency these days. Between constant notifications, messages, and sneaky temptations to just check social media, staying on task can feel like trying to run a marathon through quicksand. In fact, recent studies show that the average worker gets interrupted every 11 minutes and can take up to 25 minutes to fully refocus afterwards. That means if you're not careful, half your day disappears to mental tab switching. And it's not just external distractions. Sometimes it's us. You know, that feeling when you sit down to work, but suddenly you're rearranging your desk, or deep cleaning your inbox, or Googling best productivity apps of 2025. Yeah, people have been there too. So why do we do that? Because staying on task isn't just about discipline. It's about energy, clarity, and mental setup. If our brains are cluttered or tired, distraction is inevitable. Here's the thing. Our brains aren't built to multitask. We think we're doing two things at once, but in reality, we're just switching rapidly between tasks. And every switch costs energy and focus. That's why deep work, the kind of focus, uninterrupted work that leads to real results, feels so rare it requires training your mind to stay put. Here's one of my favorite frameworks for understanding this comes from author Cal Newport, who talks about deep work. The idea is simple. High quality work, it requires stretches of focus time with zero distractions. So, if you're constantly checking messages, reacting to every ping, or hoping or hopping between browser tabs, your brain never gets to that deeper zone of productivity. But the good news, focus is a muscle. You can train it. And I'm going to give you a few ways to start doing that today. So, let's get practical. Here are the few tried and true strategies to help you stay on task, whether you're a student, a remote worker, or a team leader. Number 1, time blocking. This one's simple but powerful. Instead of trying to find time to do things, schedule your focus, black out 60 to 90 minutes for deep work on one specific task. No emails, no notifications, no multitasking. When the block ends, take a 10 to 15 minute break to reset. Your brain loves structure, and when you work with it, instead of against it, focus gets easier. Number 2, set micro goals. If a big project feels overwhelming, break it into smaller, achievable pieces. Don't say, I am going to write a report. Instead, say, I am going to write an introduction by 10:30. Micro goals to give your brain small wins, and small wins build momentum. And number 3, eliminate triggers. Take a moment to identify what really distracts you Is it your phone? Your email? Background noise? Once you know, take control of your environment. Like, use Do Not Disturb mode. Close unnecessary tabs or use an app like Freedom or Focus Me to block distracting sites for a while. If you can't remove distractions completely, reduce the power. For example, put your phone on the other side of the room. Out of sight, out of mind really works. And number 4, use a 2-minute rule. From productivity expert David Allen, if a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. It clears small clutters from your brain so you can focus on the bigger stuff without mental noise. And finally, number 5, track your energy, not just your time. This one's huge. You're not a machine. Your energy fluctuates throughout the day. Figure out when you're most alert, morning, afternoon, evening, and schedule your most demanding work then. Save lighter tasks for low energy periods. When you work with your natural rhythm, staying on task becomes less of a fight and more of a flow. Now, even with all the tools and apps in the world, focus still comes down to a mindset. Here's the truth. Distractions will always exist. You'll never eliminate it completely, but you can choose how you respond. The key is consistency. If you could train your brain to focus for just 30 minutes without interruption, then 45, then 60. You're building a mental habit that compounds over time. And don't beat yourself up if you lose focus. Everyone does. The real win isn't noticing it quickly and bringing yourself back. Think of focus like steering a car. You drift a little, but as long as you're correct, you'll stay on the road. Alright, let's wrap up today's Work Talk Wednesday. Here's your quick takeaway. Staying on task isn't about being perfect. It's about being intentional. Create the conditions for focus, protect your time, and respect your energy. If you do that consistently, your productivity and your peace of mind will skyrocket. Thanks for tuning in on Work Talk Wednesday. If you find today's episode helpful, share it with a coworker or friend who could use a focus boost. And don't forget to watch Work Talk Wednesday whenever you listen to the show. We'll drop a new episode every Wednesday to help you work smarter, lead better, and live more balanced. Until next time, I'm Anthony Smith, reminding you to stay focused, stay motivated, and keep making it happen. Thank you.